Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee's undefeated 4-0. 4-0 for just the sixth time since 1992. Let that sink in. 4-0 for the sixth time since 1992. And oh, by the way, the second of those six times was 2022. Josh Heupel has two of those 6 seasons starting off 4-0. Yeah, we may be on a bye week. We still got plenty to talk about. Dropped a video earlier this morning talking about some of the responses from the national media. Would they move the goalposts? Yeah, kind of. Some of them did, but some of them didn't. Some of them had a lot of praise for the Tennessee Vols win over Oklahoma. If you missed that, go back and give it a watch. But I want to talk a little bit of recruiting on this video today. Talked about Isaiah Campbell earlier this past week. Decommits from Clemson. He's a guy, 4-star defensive lineman. Clemson offered early back in May of 2023. They got the commitment in January over Florida State, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. Look, Tennessee was trying to get him on campus back during the spring, back during the summer, but you guys know how Dabo Swinney is. Dabo Swinney's not going to let you take those visits, so Isaiah Campbell has decommitted from Clemson. Tennessee very much in the mix here. North Carolina also in the mix. Matt Ray over at VolQuest said, hey, he picked up the phone. He reached out to Tennessee. They've been trying to get him on campus or trying to get him to decommit from Clemson to have a shot. Now here we are. He says Tennessee very much in this thing. They have their shot. AP Austin Price over at VolQuest said Tennessee's been working this one for a long time. He's teased it several times. Clemson drew him back in there. Florida State, Notre Dame also trying to get in this thing, but Tennessee makes the most sense unless he just wants to stay close to home. Now, a lot of people talking about North Carolina, right, because that's the other school that he is going to take the visits to. He's already been there, going to take another visit, but he's out of Durham, North Carolina. Is that enough? Well, people are talking about North Carolina's outcome on the field. They got absolutely embarrassed this past week. He's going to be visiting Knoxville for the Alabama game. That is huge. We saw where Chad Simmons said that he likes the Vols' position with this recruitment. We will see if any other schools work their way into the race, but the communication has been consistent. Campbell has initiated contact with the Vols staff throughout the process to keep that relationship strong. So that was good news that came out last week. Isaiah Campbell, again, 4-star defensive lineman, 43rd overall prospect in the country. That is elite. Yeah, he's not a 5-star, but that is elite talent. Now, some of you guys were in panic mode because earlier in the week, there was news that came out about Douglas Utu, and that was this here. Douglas Utu predicted by Steve Wiltfong and Chad Simmons to be flipping to Oregon. So when that came out, I saw the comments. I saw people on social media saying, oh, here we go. We're going to drop out of the top 10. We can't recruit. You know, the old saying, oh, no, we suck again. Everybody panics. The sky is falling. Everything is awful. But you can see there on the Twitter graphic, Chad Simmons, Steve Wiltfong both logged expert predictions for the flip. Friday, 3 p.m., Austin Price of VolQuest said he spoke to some people in the recruiting world in the last few minutes, said it sounds like a flip is imminent. Now, he goes on to say that puts you in panic mode, right? Douglas Utu is gone. He says he has been in good dialogue with Tennessee, and they felt still good about him when I checked in this week, but it sounds like this one could be going in another direction. So are we going to swap out Douglas Utu for Isaiah Campbell? Well, Steve Wiltfong chimed in on it yesterday. Not so fast, my friend. We're going to get into his comments, but first I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy, it helps the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't pretend to be any of that. This channel is about being a fan. We're just like you guys, for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Attack the comment section. A lot of you guys, you may not have a comment. You may not have a question or feedback. Just jump in the comment section with a GBO. That also helps this channel. We're going to be live later tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, playing EA Sports College Football, talking all things college football. You want to go one-on-one with me? Come hang out tonight. It'll be fun. You'll have the opportunity to do that. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Talkin VAWLS live at 7 p.m. Yes, it's a bye week, but we still have plenty to talk about. Let's talk about Douglas Utu. 6'4", 315 pounds, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Bishop Gorman elite high school program up there in Las Vegas. You can see 57th nationally. And again, when the rumors came out, the buzz came out that he's going to be flipping to Oregon, everybody went into panic mode. We're going to drop outside the top 10. Then the news comes out about Isaiah Campbell, who actually happens to be rated higher. But look, we need guys on the offensive line and we need guys on the defensive line. I saw some negative comments about Douglas Utu when this rumor came out or this news came out. Oh, we don't need him. We don't want him. That's a lie. That's a lie. We want Douglas Utu. We need Douglas Utu. So, yeah, it sounds like a flip is imminent, but is Josh Heupel going to roll over and let Oregon sneak in here? Let's take a listen to what Steve Wiltfong had to say.
You put in a prediction for a flip here. What are you hearing?
Well, working that story with my colleague Chad Simmons, we're hearing that Oregon is the program that's gaining a lot of momentum behind the scenes for the Bishop Gorman offensive lineman, who Oregon covets as an offensive tackle. Mm-hmm. That's the position he wants to play on the next level. When David Sanders Jr. committed to Tennessee, that's when Oregon really ramped it up and went in hard on Utu, trying to show him that he's the number one player at that position on their board. Offensive line is a key spot for Oregon this year. They're going to lose 6 of their top players on the depth chart following this season. 6 of their top 7 players will be gone. So there's an opportunity for players like Utu to come in and play right away. They view him as an instant impact guy, same as they do with Dimitri Manning and potentially Zayari Addison. Oregon also has Utu's teammate, Ale Kalinavalu, committed, but he's expected to go on a mission. So we kind of put him in the 2027 class. So offensive line, huge need for Oregon this cycle. And at the end of the week, Oregon was a program that had a lot of buzz for Douglas Utu. Josh Heupel and company aren't going to lay down and just let them roll out to Eugene, though. And these two programs have already had some epic battles on the trail this cycle. Tennessee won the last one, flipping Deshaun Brame from Oregon. Oregon trying to return the favor with Douglas Utu.
So, again, some of the talking points that we discussed when the news came out that Douglas Utu could be flipping to Oregon, some of the same things we talked about. You got the commitment from David Sanders. You've got Lance Hurd on this roster who's only a sophomore. So Lance Hurd, at the very least, is going to be here for 2025. So does Douglas Utu want one of those tackle spots? Tennessee's recruiting him to play on the interior, and man, oh man, what an offensive line. Lance Hurd, David Sanders. You got William Satterwhite, who's getting a lot of run at center. You got some good guards. Nick Moore is a guy that's an interior offensive lineman. Anthony Aguimura, man, this football team, Max Anderson, Bennett Warren, they're starting to add some depth on that offensive line. So, yeah, late in the week, sounds like Douglas Utu is trending to decommit and flip to Oregon, but it's still not happened. That decommitment has still not happened. And I love hearing Steve Wiltfong there at the end say, look, Josh Heupel's not just going to roll over and let Oregon walk in here and take Douglas Utu. He's still going to continue to recruit him. And I think this weekend, the win over Oklahoma, I think that is the biggest selling point you can have on the recruiting trail. That clip of Josh Heupel with his players in the locker room, everybody saw that. That's all over Twitter. It's all over Facebook. It's all over social media. Everybody is seeing that. And I played this clip from J.D. Pickell in the video this morning, but I want to play it again because this talks about what Josh Heupel is creating in Knoxville and how it's authentic, it's genuine. You can't fake what Josh Heupel is doing. Let's take a listen to this clip.
You can't fake that. You can't fake that. And there's so much made today in modern college football about NIL and the transfer portal, and it's more transactional than ever. And maybe so. Maybe that's true. I'll tell you one thing, though. You cannot fake what you saw from that team responding to Josh Heupel. Relationships in college football will always, always win. I don't care how much money is being thrown around. I don't care how many portal players are being added or taken away. Like, relationships at the end of the day will always be the differentiating factor when it comes to talented roster versus talented roster. You got to have talent. There's no way around it. But I think players can smell fake from a mile away, regardless of what people want to say right now about NIL and social media and all this, that, and the other, and culture not really mattering anymore. No, maybe that reads nice in an article. Maybe it hits nice on a thumbnail, but I'm telling you now, people can spot fake from a mile away. And from what I could tell from Josh Heupel and the way his team responded to him, there was nothing fake about it. And that's going to be sustainable.
I love that. I love that clip. Josh Heupel is the real deal. You saw it in that locker room. You heard it from his players. You saw it on his face. That Nico comes up and said, man, we did that for you. That's real culture. That's not just buzzwords and clickbait and nonsense. That's real. You can't fake that. And in a day and age where people want to say drop the bag, right? Douglas Utu getting recruited by Oregon, they're going to spend that Nike money. Maybe they will. But I guarantee you NIL at Tennessee is pretty dang good too. So when you got the NIL and you've got the relationships and you've got the culture, Josh Heupel's not just going to roll over and play dead and let Oregon come in here and take Douglas Utu. Now, maybe he does end up there. Matt Ray said, as of last night, still sounds like things are trending Oregon, but Tennessee is not going to roll over and play dead. You go look at the rankings right now. You go look where Tennessee's at in the on-3 industry rankings. You can see they're 7th nationally. Now you lose Douglas Utu. Everybody goes into panic mode. Oh, we're going to drop out of the top 10. That's all we care about is numbers and where we're at. But you scroll down here and look at the rankings. What if Tennessee holds on to Douglas Utu? You can see there he's ranked 57th in the rankings. You go look at Isaiah Campbell. He's ranked 43rd in the on-3 industry rankings. I think you keep Douglas Utu, you go get Isaiah Campbell, you're looking at a top 5 class. What are your thoughts? Jump into the comment section and talk about it. What if we swap Douglas Utu for Isaiah Campbell? What if we find a way to land them both? As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also help the channel by hitting the join button over there. It's just $1. It's right beside subscribe. It's $1 a month. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits, but more importantly, you're supporting this channel. There's no way I'm able to drop 2 videos today. There's no way I'm doing Monday morning streams, Friday morning streams, bringing you the content we bring you on the Talkin VAWLS network without the support of the members. All the links to do that stuff, the merchandise, the memberships, it's all in the description below. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and you'll come right back here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time for a little EA Sports College Football. But that is going to do it. This is the Talkin VAWLS network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.